You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome. That's another TADPOG podcast.
You sound tired.
I'm a little tired.
Sleepy boy?
A little tired because
Little Nemo?
Little Nemo.
Yeah.
Little Nemo.
Going topsy-turvy?
I got used to because I went to Louisville with to see Melissa and Jack, and I got used to staying up late and sleeping in later. So when I have to go back to the work week that first night, you know, where it comes to like normally I try to take my sleep meds about 9 o'clock, and then that puts me where I can go to bed 11 o'clock to 11:30, midnight at the latest. And last night, midnight rolled around and just like, well, I'm up. I'm not remotely sleepy still.
I have a hard time staying up that late now. Like, what's crazy is I usually stay up that late on Sunday, which is so dumb because it's like I got to wake up for Monday. You know, I got to start the week out. But it's like, I don't know, like Saturday, sometimes I struggle where it's like, it's 9:30 and it's like Nikki will go to bed and it's like, God, I guess I'm going to go to bed too.
Nothing else to do.
I mean, I could play a game. Like last night I was sitting in front of my my TV. I just got home from Hi, I'm Dave, your bespectacled host. And I haven't even let you do the regular intro yet. I just like got right up in there.
Pointing out my faults. Yes.
Tyler, you don't look so. You got bags under your eyes, man. What's up with that?
Bags under your chins.
Also, where'd your hair go, man? Remember when you had that? It's weird. One day it's just gone.
You look like you're impending a failing fertility soon.
I mean this 100% complete honesty. I think you look better without hair.
Thank you.
I really do.
I didn't make good choices with my hair when I had it. So.
maybe that was why.
I guess no one really liked when I rocked the Carson Daly with blonde streaks in it.
This is a good look. This really is. The beard, and I mean that's like a look that a lot of people are pulling off. Like, what a time to be. What a time to
Josh Nance. That's what we do.
And Brandon Hawkins. I mean, a whole bunch of people rock this look because it works. Bald, beard. You know, it just works.
Also, listener, if you're new to the show, because everybody's
let's face it, you're not
for this episode. Everybody's
right. Oh, King Arthur! Holy shit!
Listeners all over the place.
Well, actually, we might have people checking in because they're like, "Oh, I love that Capcom beat 'em up called Knights of the Round."
Yep. That's whenever I saw someone comment like, "I'll play this in the arcade all the time." Not this one. Not this one.
Yeah, a few people in Twitch chat were also like, I thought this was a beat 'em up.
If there's a name we say that you don't recognize, they've been a co-host on this show before. So it's inside, but not that inside.
My point is, what a time to be a mid-30s man. Because it's like this look, the bald look with the beard, like 20 years ago.
Separate genes, by the way.
What's that?
Separate genes for head hair and facial hair.
That's what I hear. So like I'll be
like if you're Brandon Eves, you've got plenty of both.
Yeah, what's up with that, man? Some people just luck out, I guess. Yeah. I hope that like this hair is all I got. And it's like it's fading, you know, like the hairline's receding a bit.
I'll see that.
And it's like good. But I mean I gotta be careful with it because it's like beard off the table for me. Never gonna happen. So I just gotta live with it.
John
man.
Turley could probably rock a pretty good beard if he had the opportunity.
Yeah, I bet he could. It's a good look. My point
Same
is
for Ian. Ian's got hair, and I think he could grow a beard.
Yeah, Ian's got great hair.
Yeah,
more guest
Ian's
hosts.
a silver fox. Yeah, we're just gonna talk about all the other guest hosts and their hair to beard ratio.
Yeah, Phil Hawkins, Phil Hawkins,
yeah,
fucking got great hair and beard. What is up with that?
Phil looks like an anime / like.
Yeah, he looks like Sephiroth's dad.
Grandparoth.
Genova's husband. Grandpa Stepdad or Roth.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm your bearded host, Tyler.
Yeah.
Since we already mentioned it, I just want to fall to my knees and say, all hail the randomizer.
All hail the randomizer. The randomizer has selected a game for us to talk about this week.
In its infinite wisdom, it chose King Arthur and the Knights of Justice.
King Arthur and the Knights of Justice.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, boy. My hopes got up a little bit. I don't know if you're ready to just dive into game talk or not, but
Well, I've got one little story.
Okay.
But pretty much.
My hopes got raised a little bit when I saw that this game was published by Enix.
Yeah, fuck
Because
yeah.
I was like, okay.
They do good
all
shit.
right, this has some hope. I'll leave it at that until we start talking about the game.
Well, all I really have is Brainy Jr. was telling me, she's like, oh, did you hear about what happened at Sonic?
Of Patreon episode fame? Brainy Jr.?
That Brainy Jr.?
Patreon.com/TADPOG?
Slang Mage Brainy Jr.
Slang Mage. Slang Slinger.
Which I got a message from Choctopus about, like, that episode made me cry.
Yeah, I got an episode from him. Or I got a message from him as well. That was really nice of him. Check out Choctopus for sure on YouTube. Check out the episode he was on.
Yeah.
He came on the show for Super Smash Brothers. Ultimate, not penultimate, like
Right,
King
that's the
Arthur,
next one.
the Pendragon.
She's like, did you hear about what happened at Sonic? I was like, what, in general? Like
the drive-in?
the drive-in, the movie?
The movie?
Or like... She's like,
Jaleel White? What happened to Jaleel White? Tell me.
It's like the Sonic in Benton, which is the town that my address says I reside in. I was like, tell me what happened. Well, so allegedly, it was put on Facebook, pulled off of Facebook.
Oh, man.
Things are going nuts over there at Sonic. Because apparently...
Jaleel White showed up and bought all
the chili dogs.
All the chili dogs. And then when someone pulled up and they had to tell the customer that they were out of chili dogs, Jaleel White was like, did I do that? It was a great time. Everybody laughed. But then they were still a little mad. They were low
the high
key.
school kids because they didn't get it, but like all their parents were very amused.
Yeah, it was great. Everyone was still low key mad that wanted a chili dog because they're like, Jaleel, you are not that famous anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm a little upset. I was looking forward to that beautiful chili dog.
Fuck yeah.
And that mouthfeel.
Chili cheese coney, those crunchy raw onions.
I've never had a chili dog from Sonic.
Oh, really?
I find it's tough for me to buy a hot dog in public for like multiple reasons. First of all, how am I supposed to eat that with people looking at me? Second of all, I can make a hot dog at home for like a dime.
Yeah. The foot-long chili cheese coney at Sonic, like knife and fork. You have to.
But how much is it?
I mean, I haven't had
$12. But like
how much could it be, Michael? $25?
I guess my point is like we got to get in the hot dog business because like the markup on fucking hot dogs through the roof.
In culinary school, I was told the easiest business to turn a profit on is
hot dog
stand.
Oh, let's do it.
Yep.
Let's do it. We can like
it's like you're mobile. There's no overhead. Like everybody likes hot dogs. He's like,
I mean, everyone likes them enough.
You're not going to get rich, but the most profit to investment, hot dog stand.
Let's do it, man. Throw some popcorn in the mix. Also a high margin.
Yep, you're right.
Let's just let's make a food truck.
Movie theaters do it.
No shit, man. Let's make a food truck that's just called like high margin. And then it's like it's just all those foods. It's just like we put it on Front Street. It's like we're gonna charge you $5 for this 25-cent hot dog.
Hummus and pita.
How ironic is that? We can play it off that way. Like come eat our food ironically. This costs us 50 cents. $5, please.
I mean, that's kind of about how all restaurants function.
Yeah.
Like you'll get it for pennies on the dollar for the most part and pay a huge markup, but the markup is also labor, electric, insurance, inspections.
Well, I don't need insurance.
Utilities.
Let's do it.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'm quitting tomorrow. Let's do it.
All right.
We'll have to hire someone to do the rap because I'm done with graphic design.
Tad dog.
Tad dogs. Tad dogs. Tyler and Dave dogs. We're gonna license Who Let the Dogs Out.
You still Dave style chicken? Too expensive. Get the fuck out of here.
Right? Yeah, we can't afford.
You seen the markup on chicken?
Not good. Henry is
There's chicken in these hot dogs, probably.
yeah, there's a
There you go.
lot of things in these hot dogs. We buy the cheapest hot
The
dogs.
cheapest. These are
Yeah.
dollar store. Like
Yeah.
each one of these was a nickel.
Do you like
$5, please?
do you like insect parts? We got them.
They're the future.
Right.
Just wait.
Yeah, we're a very progressive hot dog stand. Henry adores Who Let the Dogs Out. My mom made the mistake of playing that for him, and it's like at first I was annoyed, but then when he was singing it and like the joy in it, I was like, okay. I was like, I can have fun with this. So it's like now, like he'll be in another room and I'll be like, who let the dogs out? And I'll hear him in his room. It sounds like South Butters on South Park when he's
Or DMX, whichever.
man. If Henry sounded like DMX, I think I'd be really intimidated. Like I'm intimidated by my 4-year-old son who like barks at me. Like I come home from work and he just barks at me.
It's a high, shrill, like, ugh, bark.
So anyway, sorry, the Sonic at Benton.
Sonic. Apparently, like, Brandon Jr. knows this girl. It's like, she's crazy. And this is like proof that she's crazy. So she's like, I don't know if she knew the person and was trying to mess with them or if she thought this was just funny. But apparently, she pulled out her bloody tampon and put it in the bottom of a cherry limeade.
Did I do that?
Yeah. And apparently, she served it to somebody.
No!
They got
No
most
way.
of them with drinking it before they found it.
No way.
And went nuclear. It's red.
No,
I can kinda see.
no way.
That ice is very condensed. Hold it
No.
down on the bottom.
That's like the finding out you're eating fried chicken and it's a rat. Like it's that level. There's no way.
How many stories, like so that immediately she told me that, I thought about every story I've heard that somebody shit in the chili at Wendy's.
Dude, I heard about that at Wendy's. Like, is it
Yeah.
exclusively Wendy's? Because it's like I remember
I
being
mean, no
a
other
kid.
fast food restaurant really serves chili, so I guess it's got to be Wendy's.
There are other fast food restaurants, just not near
It's
us.
kind of nebulous. It's nebulous like a loose stool anyway. So you
Yeah.
can kind of see.
Right.
It's not like Skyline chili or anything where it's
Or
real
Five-
tight. Yeah.
Hey, we don't shit in our chili. We just can't guarantee there aren't bugs in it. We are a fine establishment here.
Although I do give deep props to Wendy because I think like turn the fresh burgers into chili is fucking brilliant.
Yeah, of course
Fucking
it is.
brilliant.
You gotta get that it's all about that margin, baby.
Uh-huh, you're right. You're right.
I don't think it's gross. People I've heard people be like, you know what's in their chili, right? And it's like, what? The hamburgers they don't sell?
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking smart.
Yeah, it is. Exactly.
Would I do that at home? Yes. You
So I
know,
told Melissa that. She's like, shut up, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I like the chili. It's like, there's nothing wrong with like,
it's not like someone returned a
they
hamburger.
have fresh, never frozen beef, so they
Yeah.
have to use it. Like,
That's
it
what they
makes
want
sense.
you to think. You're drinking the
No,
Kool-Aid.
That's true. I mean, you got those square patties. You know, people love it when it hangs over the edge.
I love that. I love that training video that we found out about through unpopular opinion. Their whole that whole training videos episode that they did was like amazing because it's like there are a lot of fast food training videos online, or not just fast food, but there's I think I watched a Blockbuster one, and it's like I am so glad that people are have found these and have uploaded them because it's like, man, it is fun to watch these videos that are like. The director's just kind of like, I don't know, man. Just like some 16-year-olds are going to watch this.
Yeah.
So
Who gives a shit?
what's our budget? How many hot dogs can we buy?
Because I do have to do a monthly in-service on some form of safety at work. So I did the last time we had to do it for all my employees. I played the Wendy's Hot Eats training video and the Wendy's Cool Eats training video.
Did you ever play Grill Skills?
Yep, I played
Yeah,
that.
dude.
That was what I played while they left the room.
Dude, Grill Skills. If you're listening to this and you haven't watched Grill Skills,
1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah.
watch Grill Skills. You won't be disappointed. Link in the show notes at tadpog.com.
Where can I get a bejazzled Wendy's uniform?
That's what I'm going to cosplay as that chef, that burger chef.
That
at
guy
Dragon
who thought, I want to be a singer one day. Got to
Yeah.
earn my stripes.
Yeah, got to start somewhere, which is sad, but true. I wonder whatever happened to that guy.
Now he is ludicrous.
It worked.
Yeah.
He's the Migos.
Nah, that was Red Man before.
We need grill skills wrap snacks is what we need.
Yes.
Wendy's needs to partner up with Rap Snacks and like really own this grill skills. Because it's like they paid for it. Sure, they paid for it 20 years ago, 30 years ago, but it's like, come on, man.
Gotta
Use it.
Return on that investment.
That's right.
Got a message from Phil Hawkins and from Josh Nance. Because we were talking about Phil Hawkins earlier, and I had to message him and tell him how much I appreciated him.
Stepdadaroth.
Yes, our own stepdadaroth. So then we start talking about miniatures and how much he is spending of
like D&D.
money that should go to Arthur's college fund, but is instead going to miniatures.
Don't even say the phrase college fund because it's like I literally felt my heart like stop beating for a second when you said that.
Oh, the only way I'm going to do it is if I get a job at Murray State, so all the girls can go for free.
For free?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to be there for like a long time before they
really?
they give you a break like that.
Damn.
Yeah. I think it's at least 10 years.
Well, get on now so Kenna can do it. Kenna and Jack can go.
There you go. And then by then I'll be your Melissa's sister wife.
That's
so
true.
it's like Henry can go.
They'll have legalized sister wifedom by then.
Right, yeah. Oh, that's coming.
Bisexual, transgender, gender fluid sister midwifery.
Yeah, that's coming.
Yeah.
Sign me up. Free college for Henry? Yes.
Gay marriage now? You're going to marry a box turtle? Going to legalize bisexual, gender fluid sister midwifery for free colleges.
Slippery slope, man.
that damn slippery slope.
Oh. Speaking of Josh, I saw Detective Pikachu with Josh last night.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah. Me and half a Tadpog sweethearts, Josh Nance, went to see Detective Pikachu. It's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's okay.
Is it the best video game movie ever?
Man, that is a hard... No, it's not. Double Dragon is. Double Dragon is. Like, seriously. Like, if,
I mean, I've seen Scott Wolf's Kung Fu skills. That's true. He can run into a room.
I'm serious. I'm serious. If you were to, like, ask me right now, Dave... You hold up two movies and you're like, which one of these would you like to watch with me right now?
One on cassette and one on Blu-ray.
The Double Dragon or Detective Pikachu? I'm going to go Double Dragon because, like, Double Dragon is a horrible film that is so much fun to watch. Like, Double Dragon is so good. Detective Pikachu is pretty good. The whole time that there was like, here's my big problem with it. And I know this is like a real basic complaint that people have with movies. They gave away all the best jokes in the trailer. Like if you're going for the goofs, you're probably going to be like, oh man, that was really super funny when I saw it in the trailer. But it's kind of like, I get the extended version of that joke when I go see it in the theater when I pay $12. But, you know, it was still good. Is it the best video game movie ever? No, Double Dragon is clearly.
Okay, so second best.
It's still pretty good. It's still pretty good. Yeah, it is a, if you are judging it on the scale, on the video game movie scale, it's an excellent movie. Yeah, it's an excellent movie.
Good.
It's fun to see those. It's fun to see them Pokemans.
Can they all talk?
No, they can't all talk.
Is it explained why Detective Pikachu can talk?
It is. I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
But I kind of do want to spoil it at the same time because I do kind of have a small issue with it. But I'll just leave it there.
Because like in the cartoon, Meowth gave up his payday ability to learn to talk.
What was his payday ability?
Payday is where you just he uses it and you get gold.
Why would he do that? It seems like a really good ability.
Yeah. That's why Team Rocket was very mad at him. Like, why don't you use Payday? I can't use Payday. I gave that up to learn to talk. That was stupid.
So wait, okay. I am not a Pokemaster. I don't know, this is going to sound really facetious, but I don't mean it that way. I really don't understand, like, the deep lore that is Pokemon. Is Meowth, like, he's not the only one, is he?
I mean, Mewtwo.
Really?
Yeah.
So, like, Meowth is, like, what? The living ancestor of, like, Mew and, like...
Well, Meowth is just a Pokemon that apparently just learned to talk. Just an intelligent Pokemon,
but
gave up some special abilities.
Okay.
And got the ability... I mean,
like, okay.
He's just the audience surrogate to where you can understand other Pokemon.
Okay. He's a translator.
Yep.
But I guess my question is, like, I know there are a bunch of Bulbasaurs and there are a bunch of Squirtles. Are there a bunch of Meowths, or is it just that one Meowth?
No, there are a bunch of Meowths.
Okay.
Just that one that Team Rocket has.
And that one gave up his payday ability.
Yep.
I got you. That reminds me of the very old episode of The Office where Michael Scott goes to talk to the kids at Ryan's college and starts throwing out candy bars to them.
And you'll earn $100.
Right.
How's your week been?
It's blown by.
Yeah.
It's been stressful.
Yeah.
Of course, it's
Yeah.
been stressful. But nothing major. Like just work stress, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing major.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
I got to go see Detective Pikachu. So I got that going for me, which is pretty nice.
And best said, the last time I think I saw a movie with Josh was Doctor Strange. Before that, I don't know. Pokemon 2000? I don't know.
Well, we saw, Josh and I saw Endgame together. And with Josh, Nicole, Nikki, and I went to see Endgame. And then after that, we had lunch. And I brought up Detective Pikachu. And I was like, are you guys looking forward to Detective Pikachu? And like, Josh and Nicole answered simultaneously with different answers. And it was classic Tadpog Sweethearts. And I laughed my ass off. And I was like, Josh, would you like to go see Detective Pikachu with me? I asked him out on a date.
Nicole, I'd like to invite you to fuck right off.
I mean, I still am a little disappointed that, look, I love Ryan Reynolds, but
Look, I love Nicole, but come on.
I do love Nicole, but I also love Ryan Reynolds. And he did a wonderful job. There were at least 2 parts in the movie where I was like, man, I wish it was Danny DeVito voicing Pikachu, because like it would have been so much better, at least in 2 scenes. How about you? You had a good week?
I mean, yeah, I thought Jack was going to get to come home today, but he got the paraflu, which is like, it's not the flu, it's not quite the cold, it's in the middle, so that's going to keep him there longer.
It's 2 flus. Yeah,
but they cancel each other out, so he's just kind of... But
I like the idea of the doctor coming in with a clipboard and is like, he's just kind of,
He's got the red Dr. Mario virus and the red Dr. Mario virus.
Wait,
so we're working on the right pill combination to take care of both of them.
We'll get it. Don't worry.
So he's fine. He's gonna be fine. It's just now he's probably gonna be there for at least another week.
That sucks.
Yeah,
but at least you found that out before taking him home.
that's true.
Seriously, I mean, like that's got to be the silver lining, because like that would have sucked to have brought him home and then been like, oh shit, he's got 2 flus. I guess we're driving back to Louisville.
He's a giant chimney over here with the 2 flus.
That's a Pokemon ability, right? Mm-hmm. The chimney ability.
Chimney.
Is that the sound of us starting to talk about King Arthur?
Yeah, let's go ahead
Knights
and
of
get that
Justice?
over with.
You want to go ahead and do that? I mean, look, I'll be real with you. I could talk about King Arthur and the Knights of Justice for probably 10 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah. I go longer than that.
Yeah.
I can go longer than that. Not much longer.
I'm about to say, I mean, unless that talk gets real good, then you're not gonna last that long.
Should we just go ahead and say this game was really bad?
Yeah.
Did you feel like it was bad?
I feel like there was a lot of potential that just fell flat.
Yeah.
Like this could have been good. Subject matter sucks.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to do the Dave reads from Wikipedia?
Yeah. Do you hear that, Dave?
I do hear that. Mm-hmm. It sounds like a train that is being voiced by somebody who's not Danny DeVito. When he would have done like a really, like he would have like brought like a whole new dynamic to that train movie. Here's what I hope. And I would 1000% buy Detective Pikachu on Blu-ray if they got Danny DeVito into the studio and you could like switch. There's a DeVito track, there's like,
nice.
There's English, there's Spanish, there's French, there's commentary track, and then there's DeVito track. And it's like, he voices all the characters.
Watch it 100 times. You unlock Gilbert Gottfried.
You unlock Gilbert Gottfried. Yeah, I'm down for that. Yeah, I would do that.
Thunder!
I do hear that, which of course ushers in a segment that we like to call Gilbert Gottfried reads from Wikipedia. Would you?
I'm Pikachu, a little yellow mouse creature, and I'm going to hit you with a ball of electricity. It's my Gilbert Gottfried.
I love it. Would you like to read? Would you like to do the Wikipedia reading?
I think
Gilbert
would pass out.
You're very red right now. Okay, guys. King Arthur and the Knights of Justice, parentheses, video game, close parentheses, it's an action adventure game developed by Manley and Associates. Are you familiar with Manley and Associates?
I mean, it's us.
Who are the associates, though? Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Who's Manley?
We're just the associates.
We are the associates. We're the man. We're the sales associates for Manley.
For Manley.
Yeah.
Chet Manley.
Yes. Oh my God. It was developed by Manley and Associates and published by Enix. Enix, right? I've kind of taken to saying Enix now because it seems to be the industry standard. It seems to be their actual name. Yeah. It's really tough for me to break that because I've said Enix like since I was 11.
I mean, saying
Squeenix,
saying Sweetikin instead of Squeakidin, it was hard too.
I bet. I appreciate your sacrifice.
Thank you.
It was King Arthur and the Knights of Justice is for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It came out in 1995. It is based on the cartoon series of the same title, which was loosely inspired by the Arthurian legend. Loosely. So it's essentially, it's a game based on a kid's cartoon that's based on legend. So it's like we have a few degrees of separation here. It's kind of like, I know we go to that multiplicity well a lot of times, but this is, and I've never seen it, which makes it even funnier to me because it's like, I've never seen multiplicity, but I understand the concept of you make a copy of a copy of a copy, shit starts to fuck up a little bit.
Yep.
And I think that's 100% apparent in this video game. Had you ever seen the show?
I'd never seen it. I'd never heard of it.
I remember distinctly seeing the intro, which the intro is essentially it's like the recap. It's like the synopsis of like how everything came to be. Essentially, in a nutshell, here's what's happened. King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table are trapped in a prison of glass by Morgana. And Merlin, the wizard, Merlin, who I want to point out, Nathan Eaton in Twitch chat pointed out that in this video game, Merlin looks exactly like Kenny Rogers. And that is way on point. Like, that is a way on point. Like, that is probably I nominate that for observation of the year. Because, like, if you do look at, like, Merlin's avatar in this video game and do a side-by-side with Kenny Rogers, I mean, they're pretty much, they look so goddamn alike. They look so goddamn the same. So Merlin decides that he's going to save the kingdom by traveling into the future and kidnapping a high school football team.
Gotta find worthy successors.
Right. And bring them to the round table and imbue them with the powers of King Arthur.
What's your quarterback's name? Arthur King? Perfect.
Destiny.
Come on.
It's destiny, right? It's destiny. Like, come on. If your last name is King and you name your child Arthur, I feel like you're pretty much setting your son up for this scenario.
Yep.
There's no other option.
It's true.
Would you vote Arthur King for president? I wouldn't. That's
President of England.
Yeah, President of England, sure. Presidents of the United States of America? Not a chance. No way. Get out of here, Arthur King.
But
I remember, I'm sorry, please go ahead.
No, so like the art in the show very much reminds me of The Legend of Zelda. Like Guinevere looks like Zelda.
Zelda. Yep. You're right. I never put that together. Also, I thought you meant it was just kind of shitty in general. Because it's like, man, I remember watching.
Excuse me, Arthur King.
Did Steve Martin get any money for that?
I hope so.
Well,
I hope he's still reaping the benefits.
Yeah.
He did Waiting to Godot on his Legend of Zelda money.
Did you know that he voiced Link?
Oh, yeah, just that part.
That part.
Just that part.
Well, just it. It's like, I don't understand I guess there were no legal ramifications in Arthurian time where it's like, I guess you can just go to the future and kidnap 13 children and bring them back and put them in mortal peril.
Kid in King Arthur's court?
I haven't.
There's precedent.
I haven't. I've seen King Ralph.
Black Knight starring Martin Lawrence. There's tons of precedent.
I didn't even know that was a movie.
Yep.
I know King Ralph.
King Ralph.
I can quote that all day long. I can't. Please don't test that.
Man, that was like one of my earliest TADPOG intros was that I enjoyed King Ralph.
I did too, but I feel like I was on that Roseanne high, and I just really was like, it's like this John Goodman guy, he's like on to something.
He's going to be something one day.
And I mean, John Goodman's great, but but King Ralph's a pretty shitty movie.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I remember I never watched a full episode of this cartoon when I was a child, but I was so like sports adverse that I remember seeing the intro and noping the fuck out because it was just like, oh man, you took something that I'm pretty interested in and like just wrecked it. You just threw football in there and it was like, I don't think that, why can't they just be knights? Like, why does it have to be a football team from the present? Like, does that come into play in the show? It could
even be like a B-string team of peasants he trains up to be knights.
Perfect. That's better. But like, I only watched, okay, so you can watch this cartoon. It like is
10 episodes of it, I think, exist.
It's on Amazon Prime. Like, you can watch it on Amazon Prime. What's really weird about it is they have 2 versions of it. And it's like, I don't know why. The quality is like, if you can find it on YouTube, it might be better quality. Because, like, I was surprised. Like, why, if no one cares about this cartoon, why is it even on Amazon Prime? Because it is like, it looks real bad. Like, it looks really,
somebody
really
at
bad.
Amazon happened to be 6 and watched it.
Right.
Yeah. But because I watched 2 episodes of it. It is fucking rough.
It's rough.
And it's such a weird thing that this flash in the pan failure of a show got a video game like made by a pretty prestigious company.
Kinda. Let's put a pin in that.
Yeah.
Published by a prestigious company. Developed by Manley and Associates.
Okay.
Let's deviate a little bit from the cartoon show, which I feel like we can all agree on not great.
Nope.
I'm sure there are fans.
And one of the knights had like a football on his chest. And,
Oh yeah, the knight designs are hilarious. One of the knights, I think his name is Tone.
They're like a cross between knights and American gladiators.
Yeah, 100%. One of the knights is named Tone, and he really looks like cyberpunk Alf. Like he's got like the cyberpunk Cyclops visor on, the univisor, but he also looks the univisor. That sounds like a supervisor villain name, the univisor. But like he looks like cyberpunk Alf, like he's all like chromed out and he's got that kind of like Gonzo banana nose look to his helmet with his little Cyclops visor on.
He's always eating cats.
Well, it can't stop him from eating cats. Try. But yeah, the designs they're weird. And it's like, do they ever call back to them being football players? Like, is there ever like, we're fighting Morgana, toss me that sword like a Hail Mary pass? You like, does that ever come into play?
Very briefly, you ever hear anything like, you need some more, you need to have your defense, you gotta have your blockers. Like,
oh, God.
Very rarely. At the beginning of the show, it's just like, it's like, is it a steampunk kind of thing? Because they're all in very fantastical contraptions that are not era appropriate.
Yeah, I know. Like the fucking like ballistas and shit
that
are
launch axes.
Right.
That they shoot like woodsman, double-headed woodsman axes like arrows. They're not twirling in the air like they're thrown.
No.
They're just shot straight forwards and match pace with arrows.
Yeah, it's really bad. You could make a fun drinking game, I think, out of the TV show because it's like anytime you see like a reused cell of animation, take a shot and you will die before the first episode is over.
Yeah, because the action is very weird and stilted and like. Yeah, it's bad.
But at the same time, to be fair, giving it the benefit of the doubt, that is a show that was made specifically for children.
Yep.
So it's like, then it's like Scooby-Doo. I remember watching Scooby-Doo as a kid and being like, we've talked about this on the show before, but when they're doing their like hallway chase thing, classic Scooby-Doo shit, like, oh, it's like, I know that door is going to open because it's obviously like,
slightly different
yeah,
color.
it doesn't blend in with the background, but it's like, okay, it's a kid's show, whatever, low budget, whatever. So I can kind of cut the cartoon a little bit of slack. That doesn't mean I have to like it. And I was really, really turned off by like, I remember being a kid and being like, football? No, thank you. I'm going to go back to watching Ren and Stimpy, please, where we don't have football in there.
Did they ever play football?
They probably did at some point. But it's not like,
But it's fun football. At times, adventurous football. It's fun.
Right. It's fun football. Right. Exactly. It's also like, okay, so you're an executive, like the cartoon feels like an executive like built it, where it's like, okay, what do kids like? Football. All right. What else do what do different kids like? Like swords and dragons? All right. Okay. What if we married those two and please nobody?
Yeah. Piss off fans of both.
Yeah. Sign me up. I'm on board.
What else should we do for this? Oh, make a video game.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Who should we call? Chet Manley. Soon as they get Chet on the phone.
Who else? I guess his associates.
Yeah. All right. I want to deviate from that for a moment. Tyler, I would like to. This is a segment we used to do called Where Are They Now? This is kind of a variation on that. It's a jam. It's a riff on that called What Other Games Did Manley and Associates Develop? Are you ready?
Okay.
This isn't a guessing game. I'm just going to tell you.
Oh, perfect.
Dino Park Tycoon.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That sounds like it could be decent.
Jurassic Park, sim. Okay.
But what do they develop it for? Oh, 3DO. They developed for 3DO. What else did they do? Man, I have heard great things about this game. Have you heard about this game called Paperboy 2 that everybody loves?
Oh, everybody loves Paperboy 2.
Yeah.
What?
They did the Game Gear port. They also did Buckle Up because the Randomizer is going to bless us with these 4 games in the future.
Fuck.
Pink Goes to Hollywood, which is
Pink Panther?
the Pink Panther game.
Yeah. All right.
Super Conflict. No, never heard of it. Have no idea what it's about. I'm sure it's great.
I'm sure it's deeply political.
Yeah, I'm positive it is. Wild Snake.
Okay.
Wild Snake. And are you ready? I know you're familiar with this game. Let me ask you this. I am turning it into a guessing game. Tyler, what is the worst game for the Super Nintendo? Sparkster. I feel like that's a very personal decision.
That is a personal answer.
Think in the collective conscience. What is generally perceived as like one of the worst Super Nintendo games?
Lester the Unlikely.
That's on the list. How about The Wizard of Oz?
Oh, yep.
That is a Manley and Associates game.
Oh, fuck.
One that the Randomizer very well at the end of this episode might bless us with.
That's true.
We might be doing the next episode on The Wizard of Oz.
It's infinite wisdom.
They also did some ports for PC, like An American Tail, 5 Goes West. Somewhere out there is a PC port. Home Alone 2. Jeopardy. Okay, we'll give them that. Good job getting that one, locking that one down. A game that's just called Lion. Lion.
Oh, damn. Lyin apostrophe.
Lion. Stop lying.
Do you want to play this game? Yes. Game shuts itself off.
It comes actually with a lie detector kit that you plug into the computer.
You have to fool it.
The first question, I do love the idea. The first question is, do you want to play this game?
Do you want to be trained to be a serial killer?
And then they just quietly give you sleeper agent words and try to wake you up. They also did Ninja Gaiden 2, The Dark Sword of Chaos, PC, port only.
Oh, you tell by that after that colon.
Pharaoh's Revenge for the Apple II.
Okay.
Hometown USA, which is when you see a Wikipedia link that is red, you're good.
Shit.
They're good. And then a game called, I guess it's the companion game to Lion, Wolf.
Truthin'.
Yeah. And it's really just essentially it's a mom simulator where you just say things to your mom, she just believes you. You're like, "Oh, I'm holding that for a friend."
This is not my pornography.
Right?
Just yes, yes.
Yes. It's not even the illusion of choice. It's so sad that Telltale's not around anymore because I want that game. That game where it's like, it's just one option. It's really just a movie that you watch and every now and then you click yes.
Lied to your very sweet and denial mother. It's a great game.
So that's Manley and Associates. I just wanted to take a break and explain like what the kind of caliber of game that we're dealing with when it comes to King Arthur and the Knights of Justice.
Because at first I feel like it had kind of a Soul Blazer feel to it, and I was like, okay, this could be nice.
Or Secret of Mana. It kind of gave that vibe off because you play as Arthur and you choose one of the 12 knights. Two of the 12 knights, which I think is really cool. Like, if you were a fan of this cartoon, like, I could see, in the small chance you were a fan of this cartoon, I could see you getting joy out of that, where it's like, I get to choose from, like, any of the 12 knights. Like, that's cool. There's a lot of, like, it feels like there's a lot of versatility there, even though a lot of the knights they function identically, and also their AI is absolutely broken. Like, there were times where it's like I would enter a screen and like one of the knights would just stand there while the second knight would come along with me and fight. We'd kill all the enemies, and then I guess the knight who was just standing there is like, oh yeah, got that? Okay, cool. I was just making sure no one snuck
AI
up.
Broken or just really good?
Yeah, right. I would. Is
that AI better than you?
Or I love it. It's like, I didn't watch a lot of the cartoon. Maybe that specific night is just lazy. And the programmer.
He's the kicker.
Yeah. Did they have a kicker? They had to have had a kicker on the team. Did they take special teams?
They didn't have like one like little skinny kid or anything like that. They were all pretty big, bulky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thick boys.
Saying real boy shit too.
Yeah.
Like some real boy shit.
And some real scattered accents coming from all these high school kids.
Yeah, totally. You got the fat one who loves sandwiches. He was there.
Where are the knights located? Somewhere between, New York and Georgia.
Okay, their team that they play on is the Knights. Also, I feel like that's important. Yep. And they have a chant that's very original.
It's good. It's good.
Would you like to do it?
Take me back, Dave.
Knights, Knights, Knights.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Love it.
What city are they? Like, what? Do you know what city they're in?
Springfield, probably.
Springfield. Like, I mean, I guess it's a prestige football high school because like they're getting all these like transplants from other states. Like they gotta be like, they gotta have a good program. Yeah. I bet their coach was really pissed when they didn't show up for practice the next day.
When they were driving to their next game and they just fell through some sort of brick wormhole.
Merlin fucking like Merlin doesn't even appear, and it's like, hey y'all, I got a real situation in the past that you guys could help me with. Are you on board? Merlin doesn't do that shit. Merlin just casts a spell where it's like, yes, they're like, it freaks them out because they're like, one of the members of the team is driving the school bus. And I understand why the writers did it, because they're like, well, we
don't want to have a bus driver. Just random.
It can't be King Arthur, the Knights of Justice, and the bus driver.
and Ned the bus driver.
So, like, I get why they didn't do it.
I wish he would have come back as some sort of weird, like, once he enters, he's some, like, weird pet dragon thing.
Yeah, or Artemis the owl or something, you know what I mean? Like, he's Art the bus driver. And then when they go through, we're writing a better fucking cartoon than they did. They go through the fucking the brick worm tunnel, and then all of a sudden, they're all knights, and then the bus driver's an owl who hangs out with Merlin. It's fucking perfect. Done. We're done.
My high school team, they would all, one kid own the bus, and I'll just get up and drive each other.
Yeah, I wish. What I would love to see is if Merlin fucked up, and instead of getting the football team when he casts a spell, like he got the band.
See, that would also be good.
That could be an anime. Like that wouldn't surprise me if like I read an anime description,
an ecchi anime,
where it's like Merlin in peril kidnaps a marching band and forces them to fight. The forces of evil? I don't know. It really does. Like, Merlin doesn't show up and explain the situation. He literally kidnaps these children. Like, they're driving the bus, and then like he makes the bus like careen off into like a brick wall that does like, I guess, Harry Potter style. They stole that from J.K.
You're right.
She stole that from yeah, I know, King Arthur. Just fucking makes them drive through a tunnel, and then they wind up in Arthurian times.
Yep.
Do they ever address the bus?
Oh, they're still there. No, do they change it? No, they change horses and a wagon into like
that's
steampunk style, like
That's right.
arrow launchers and.
But what about the bus? What's the bus do?
All these horses, and they cast magic, and suddenly it's got badass horse armor from the 80s.
And very, very, the transformations are really choice. The horse fades out, and a horse in armor fades in. It's like, man, this is pretty. I'm breaking the bank on this one, guys.
And what translates to the game is just the knights, and they're they have the same stylized armor in the game as they do in the show,
in the cartoon.
That's it. Otherwise, it is straight medieval England.
Yeah, it is. But without the context that this game is based on a cartoon, it is hilarious because like I know I've mentioned him on the show before, but Zalnop, he mods in the Twitch channel, and he had played a little bit of this game before I streamed it. And he told me, he's like, Merlin says some really weird shit at the beginning of this game. And it's because, like, without the context that these are high school children that Merlin has kidnapped, the things that Merlin is saying at the beginning of the game is just like, what? So I don't know.
The game boils down to
bad.
a lot of very there's no sense of direction to the game, and very rinse and repeat plot points.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fetch quests.
You know, it's like, hey, get 12 keys to unlock the door to Morgana to get everyone out of the glass dungeon.
Right.
Okay, well, first go get Excalibur. It's to the northwest.
And then you go to get Excalibur, and then the Lady of the Lake is like, oh, you got to get a shield. You got to get the Pendragon shield before I can give you the sword. And you're like, okay, I guess I'll go get the shield. Oh, the shield is back behind a wall of fire. Well, I got to take care of that. So I guess I'll talk to a man in a cave. I'll wander around until I find a man in a cave.
No real sense of go here and do this.
Yeah, no. It's pretty much just wandering around trying to figure shit out.
Which I can only assume that was stated in the instruction guide, like Final Fantasy. The first half of Final Fantasy was point for point in the instruction booklet.
Yeah.
So
couldn't tell you though, because I couldn't find the instruction manual. There are a few. What I've learned, all hail the randomizer from the randomized games, is there are what I like to call red flags. Here are a few of the red flags that a game's buckle up. It's going to be a rough game. Can I find the instruction manual online? How long is the Wikipedia entry? Number 2. Number 3. What about game facts? And then number 4 is, who fucking knows?
I didn't even check game facts.
Spriter's resource. 4 is Spriter's resource. If no one has bothered to rip the sprites from the game, it means that it does not have a fan base, essentially. So it's like, if no one gives a shit to write about it, to upload the instruction manual or rip the sprites, you're gonna have a bad time.
Because I wanted to see some people play this game, and the highest SNES drunk talked about it.
Yeah.
And then Pro Jared, the biggest resource I saw was Pro Jared played it. And Pro Jared is in his own fucking hot water right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, we don't talk about Pro Jared anymore.
Not sure how he got a big fan base to begin with, but
what's his big old dick?
Oh yeah.
Did you look that pick up?
No,
because I did. Because when all this news broke, and it's like all of a sudden talk of his dick came about. It's like he's got I think his wife at one point is like, he's got a big dick though. I was like, the wife that he cheated on. Yeah, it's like, he's got a big dick though. I was like, I'm looking it up.
Or to say that, to hate him and say that,
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't even lie about it. You hate him and you can't lie about it.
And I don't know what the timeline was on that, because you know me, I'm not hooked into the new media that is YouTube. I know who Pro Jared is because he's a successful YouTuber. Like outside of that, I don't really know that much. But it's like at some point, apparently, unless I'm getting the story wrong, which I might be, his wife was like, yeah, he's got a big dick. So like the moment I heard that, I was like, let's find out. Pro Jared dick. And it's like clicking through. And it's like, is that real though? Is that real though? Like, okay. I know like there's some angles going on there for sure, but it's like if it's just like a dead to rights like dick pic with like no edits, not a bad dick.
All right,
not a bad dick.
Right.
Link in the show notes. TADPOG.com.
Link in the show notes.
Pro Jared's dick.
Pro Jared versus Michael Annam. Death match.
2 dicks enter. That's it. It's really just
2 dicks enter.
Yeah, it's just a spit
It's
roast
essentially.
I totally derailed your thought. You were saying that, and I'm sorry for that. Sorry, not sorry. Because I really, man, I'm glad I got to talk about Pro Jared's dick. Did you like the part where I was like, we are not talking about Pro Jared, and then I spent the next 3 minutes talking about Pro Jared?
Well, his dick, not him.
It's true. It's true. I'm not talking about the person, just his appendage.
Just the accessory.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
The only good part about it.
So what you were saying that SNES Drunk covered it?
Yeah, because they were also like, yeah, this game looks kind of fun. It's not. And Pro Jared was like, oh, this game might be the hardest game I've ever played. It fucking sucks.
It is really bad. And it's bad because it is just wandering around. And then when you find something, when you find an NPC to talk about, to talk to, they're always like, man, you got to do me this favor. Like, you got to, like, man.
It's like the least fun version of the Link's Awakening trading game.
Oh, yes.
Where it's just like, well, I'll give you this if you give me this.
Yeah.
And then the person who has that will give me this, and I'll give you this to go give that person to get that.
Yeah.
So then you can go fight a boss, and then after you fight the boss, there'll be a key laying there, and then Arthur will be like, no, man, I can't touch this. I didn't bring the right character. And then go all the way back to the castle, get the character who can have it, go all the way back, pick up the key. And then because there's no rhyme or reason, no way of knowing what knight you should bring. You have to collect 12 keys.
Right.
Each key designated to a different knight.
Right, sure.
You have no way of knowing what knight to bring.
Right.
So it's a ton of backtracking.
The silver lining to that is you can fast travel back to the castle. So I guess there's that. What really sucks
the map is kind of weird in that like you have the shield, like you can move over, and if it's bright, you can teleport there. If it's dark, you can't.
Right. Yeah, you move the shield like a cursor on like on a tile set, which that is also kind of nice that it's a tile set because it's like you transition from screen to screen, Zelda style. You know, like it scrolls when you reach like a border of a screen, it scrolls. So because of that, you can kind of like, if you do look at the map, which you probably, let's face it, unless you're like really serious about beating this game, like without a guide, you're not going to look at the map. But you can use it to get around if you so choose. But like, man, it does. Like, what sucks about going back to the castle is there are little things in this game that's just like, you guys didn't fucking like think about the order of things because it's like when you go back to the castle, whatever knights that were traveling with you, they're gone. Yep. They go back to the round table.
Go back and get them again.
You got to go back and get them again. It's like if I want to change knights, I'm gonna go to the round table. Otherwise, just let me keep the knights that I got. Please don't make me spend 20 seconds. Look, I realize that sounds really whiny, but like, please don't make me spend 20 seconds choosing the fucking knights again.
What are they doing? Cutting our heads off? Well, fine.
I don't know. Stuff like that.
No, you're right. You're 100% right.
It's just like, and maybe I'm spoiled with like modern games.
See, I compare everything like that to Super Meat Boy. Super Meat Boy not making you wait to have to retry anything.
Right.
The instant jump back into it is so fucking good and satisfying that anything else I see as being like, they could have done something different.
No.
They didn't have to do this.
Right. They go out of their way. Chet Manley goes out of his way to make this game as annoying as possible. I don't want to say difficult, just like annoying as possible. Because let me tell you a little story about what happened to me playing this game. I'm playing the game. I'm not enjoying it, but I am enjoying making fun of it. And I do all the things that I'm supposed to do. I find the man in the cave. The man in the cave's like, a blacksmith stole my book. I go to the blacksmith and I'm like, the blacksmith's like, yeah, I'll give you this book, but you got to pay me. It's like, I'm the king, man. Like, whatever happened to like I'm the king and
Well,
like
when Merlin casts a protection spell, you're not in it, bitch.
yeah.
Sorry, man. Hope those warlords don't fuck you up too bad.
Right.
Bye.
Right. Yeah. So I do all the things. I'm a good boy. I do all the things. And it's like, remember that wall of fire I was talking about earlier that you can't pass, that you know the shield is behind? Merlin shows up and he's like, hey, man, if you collect Eye of Newt, a monk's hood, a hairball, which, by the way, is guarded by bees for whatever fucking reason. Bees are guarding a fucking hairball. Like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. And then you got to find a nightshade, bring them all back to me, and I'll make a spell and cast it on you so you can cross through this fire barrier. Great. I do all this. I go through the fire barrier. I am lucky. I'm lucky that I have the knight who has you. Okay, let me rewind it. Rewind it. I got lucky in the fact that I happened to find a magic shield, and by happen to find, I mean someone totally led me to this magic shield. Someone in chat did. This magic shield is the only way to defeat the first boss that you encounter.
Green dragon.
The dragon.
Yep.
And it can only be used by one of the knights. It's much like the fucking keys. It's like this one shield can be used by this one
Breeze,
knight.
I think.
Breeze. You're 100% correct. The one who looks like if there was like a Muppet Babies version of the Arsenio Hall show.
See, I was thinking like a black General Leo.
Well, I think General Leo is black.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
like look at that art.
Sprite.
Yeah. But it's like one of those where it's like, okay, so I got the shield that if you fight the boss without Breeze and without the shield, the boss is impossible.
Yeah.
And the game doesn't tell you that it is impossible. So like if you're playing the game without a guide, you can just assume that you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're just not doing it well enough. And you can just start throwing yourself over and over again at this dragon, trying to hit it with your sword when it is not going to work.
Yeah, all bosses, like, the sword is for mooks. That's it. Everything else, you need, like, a shield projectile.
Which the shield projectile is powered by orbs that you have to farm, essentially. And every time you fire the shield, which leads me to another point to talk about, the sound effects in this game are very bad. Every time you fire the projectile from your shield, like they just pulled a shotgun sound. Like, I mean, it's like not like wow, 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 or wah, wah. It's not like a magic sound. It's just like boom. All right. Okay. Right. Yes. But they're like, at least they're like, can you take the sound off? You got it, Chet. I'm on it. You got it, Chet, boss. It's out. It's gone.
Hear a spinning chamber and a cock in it, the cock go back.
Yeah, it's a bad game. It's a bad game.
Yeah.
The music is fine.
Yep.
It's fine.
I agree. It's fine.
Not bad music. The intro music, the best thing about the cartoon is the intro and the music, which I watched with it subtitled, which was great because it's like when the intro kicks in, it's like parentheses, heavy metal, close parentheses. It's like, okay, all right.
Yeah, not a. It does not belong on the top 100
No,
SNES
it
games.
might belong on the bottom 100. This might be a contender with Roger Clemens MVP baseball.
Ooh.
But I know we're not tallying it. I know we're not tallying up right now. But right now, I do think that the lowest, my least favorite Super Nintendo game so far is Roger Clemens MVP baseball.
Oh yeah.
This
Absolutely.
game is better than that. So it's not the lowest, but
Yeah.
it's pretty fucking low.
Because they're also you have like a stamina bar for swinging your sword, which is pretty much only useful. Like you can kill a guy in one hit if your meter's full, and it charges very, very slowly. And every time you swing your sword, it resets. So you'd have to swing like a 10 count for it to be back charged up again to do a single hit kill. Otherwise, it hit everything 5 or 6 times really fast.
Which is another thing that reminds me of Secret of Mana. Because it's like that has that stamina mechanic, you know, or I'm sorry, it might have been Secret of Evermore. Right.
Yeah.
That's got that mechanic. And it's like,
But you're pretty fast in that one. Like this is just really slow.
you're fast in Secret of Evermore, and you also level up skills for weapons. That doesn't happen, as far as I know, that does not happen in King Arthur and the Knights of Justice. It's just a thing you have to deal with. Like, dude, okay, so the bees that are guarding the hairball, I couldn't kill them. Like, you should be able to swing a sword at a bee and kill it.
A giant bee.
A giant bee,
Yeah.
right. I mean, yeah, if it's a tiny bee, you're probably a little bit fucked.
Yeah, it's got a fine plus 8 to its AC for being a fine size.
Diminutive, right, yeah. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, but if your stamina is at the lowest, you can't kill a giant bee, man. And by giant bee, it's like the size of a Coke can.
Yeah.
You know, we're not talking about like a Volkswagen bee. We're talking about a Coke can bee.
Yep.
We're talking about a Jared's dick bee. I said that. Now you really want to look it up, don't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah. Go ahead and look it up.
I'm gonna have to take it, send it to Taryn, and be like, "What do you think?"
Yeah.
Because I remember Taryn text me one time being like, "I looked up pictures of Bailey J. So that's a thick girl dick."
Yeah. Yeah. Thick girl dick. Mm-hmm.
Did you have any achievements for this game?
I got a couple achievements. We're pretty much done talking about the game, right?
so.
We're pretty much done.
So.
Is there anything that we left out besides
not
don't
really.
play it?
Just going from the dungeons to the bosses with the different knights for the keys, and then eventually fighting Morgana, and that's it. Yeah.
Wikipedia says it was received with reviews ranging from mediocre to extremely poor. That's pretty. I feel like I can pretty much go out on that.
Okay.
I do have some achievements that came in from Twitch chat. First achievement is Coward of the County. In order to unlock Coward of the County, this one came from Nathan Eaton of pointing out that Merlin looks exactly like Kenny Rogers fame. Use game facts to find the ingredients for Merlin's potion, you coward. The next achievement is coming from Big Dicked Pie Baker Chris Vaughn, and that achievement is It's Only a Model. In order to unlock It's Only a Model, you need to return to Camelot and quote that line from Monty Python and the Holy Grail every single time, which is something that I absolutely did. Camelot, Camelot, Camelot. It's only a model. It's impossible to play this game and not think about Holy Grail. It is impossible.
Yep.
And then I've got an achievement. This is a Dave original.
Oh.
I put on my robe and wizard hat. And in order to unlock, I put on my robe and wizard hat. You go into Merlin's room, because that's a thing you can do. You can go into Merlin's room in the castle, and you can poke around in there. There's someone in his bed. Who is it? I don't know, but I put on my robe and wizard hat.
It's very good.
I hope the game explains who's in his bed.
Yeah, you should just go over to his one room, and then you have this big square cursor that you can choose, like the door, Merlin, or his bed. That's it.
And they don't do anything.
Nope.
So I'm assuming at some point in the game, I hope that's explained. Actually, honestly, I kind of hope that it's not explained. I hope it's a great mystery of King Arthur and
You're
the Knights
12
of Justice.
high school football players. Does someone need my bed to masturbate? Go ahead.
It's your bus driver I've been fucking.
Camelot, it's your masturbatorium. Please fuck your bus driver, Art.
Yeah, there is something really suspect going on in Camelot.
I love your modern times and diet. He has the softest boy pussy. Men in Camelot have rock hard boy pussies. Not very good, but you're a bus driver.
I can't get over the fact that Merlin abducted these children. Like,
Yeah.
Merlin is the shittiest wizard because it's like time travel, like traveling that far into the future and bringing people back. Like, in the world of D&D, that is an epic level spell. Like an epic level spell. And then you get back and he's like, I can't do anything. Can you help? I know one spell and it's that one.
Why don't you go to get a Roman legion or something? You guys look fun.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm just going to hang out with your bus driver in my bed.
I don't speak Italian, so
That's the real. I think that's the real reason he kidnapped these boys is so that he could sleep with their fucking bus driver while they go fucking play knights out in the field.
and America censored it. In the Japanese version,
Right.
you fuck the bus, fucks the bus driver.
In the original French version. I do think that this game is French. I'm not sure if the actual animation is French, but I will look that up while you give your achievements. Do you have any achievements for this game?
I've got 3.
All right, what you got? Read them slow so I can look this up.
My first one is
Sultry.
Dragon Shooter.
Dragon Shooter.
You unlock Dragon Shooter by shooting that green dragon to death
Okay.
with your shield power.
All right. Your shotgun shield.
Yeah. The next one is Huge Copper Dragon Shooter. You unlock that when you fight Morgana, who becomes a huge screen-filling copper dragon that you just shoot the exact same way you do the very first dragon. Nothing really different. The dragon's just bigger.
Cool.
Looks like the female dragon from Shrek, only just like brownish. And then my last one is just that sweet round table orgy, because this game has a password system. But one password you can use to go close to the end is Arthur and 4 Ladies of the Lake.
Oh.
So, yeah.
And it is worth mentioning that the password system is you had to choose portraits of the characters from the game. Which reminds me, dude, I almost forgot to tell this story. I started and then I meandered off the path as we are one to do. Let me tell you about the story I had with this game. I never fucking finished it. I can't believe it. I fought the dragon, right? I go back to the lake, and I get back to the lake, and the lady of the lake's like, sweet, you got the shield. You are King Arthur. Let me go get that sword for you. Follow my path. And then she does this, like, she flies around, she dives into the lake and like swims around in this pattern. And this is an example of how I feel like Chet Manley was like, let's make this game as absolutely inconvenient as possible. You have to memorize the path that she took and then walk in the water in that path. If you step correctly, it's kind of like the invisible bridge, right? If you step correctly, a little stone appears that you can step on. It's like, great. If you step incorrectly, you get teleported back to where you started. Okay, so here's what happened to me. I'm doing pretty good. I'm going through. Every now and then I'm getting teleported back. No big deal. Until I got teleported back on top of one of my companion knights and soft locked the game because I could not move. If I press start to try to pull up the map to fast travel back to the castle, I can't do that from that screen. You can do it from every other screen, but not this one. So I press start and it just pauses the game. Like no menu. I press select to try to change knights because you can control one of the other knights. Nope, that also doesn't work on this screen. So this fucking screen is just man, I sure hope you don't fuck that whole water lake maze up, because if you do, there is a chance that you have to reset the game. Oh, wait, I know what I'll do. I'll press start to get the password. Can't do that from this screen. So at that point, it was kind of like, all right, I am done playing this game. I am done forever. And I spent the rest of the stream just y'all got any codes? Let's go into debug mode, which is what we did, which is also not fun. Usually cheat codes make a game more fun, but it was just kind of that's still pretty fucking boring. Very, very bad game. The more I talk about this game, the closer it dives towards Roger Clemens MVP baseball. Bebe's Kids, much better game.
Oh, yeah.
Much better game.
Cool World.
Cool World, right on par.
All right. There we go. That's a good barometer.
Oh, Cool World's better.
Oh,
I had more fun with Cool World. I did. Cool World's frustrating, but I had more fun with Cool World than I did. If I was not playing King Arthur and the Knights of Justice on Twitch, hanging out with people, this would have been a miserable experience. This would have been a miserable experience.
Because I didn't even make it as far as you did. It was just man, this sucks. Unless you have a guide you're following step by step, this sucks. Everything looks just this dirt road. I'm just walking up and down, up and down, up and down.
The only saving grace I would say is if you are a fan of the TV show, the cartoon, or if you're a fan of, I don't know, man, probably pretty much just that, you might enjoy this game. This might be your kind of game. And I say that because Dig Dougie was in chat and he's like, this kind of looks like a game I would enjoy. And I was like, why?
Try it then. Try it.
I mean, that is a good, definitely try it and see. But it's I was not trying to be shitty, but it's I really want to know why. And essentially he said that the combat looked like it was fun. It might look like it's fun, but I promise it's not as fun as it looks.
Hitbox detection's a little weird, and
it's when I'm trying to fight a bee And it's like I can't kill the bee. It's weird. The hit detection is horrible because it's like when you're fighting that dragon and it breathes fire. It's like I'm not on the fire, but it's hurting me rapidly. Like it's not just like the fire hits you and like bloop, you lose a pip of life.
You're constantly having to walk side to side.
It's just draining your life.
Yep.
Yeah. So he said that he's a fan of pretty much all things Arthurian legend. And it's like, okay, I can get that.
Maybe.
But I still challenge I challenge anybody to play this game and tell me that you enjoy it. And like if you do, please tell me why. Because it's like I really want to know why. Because it is a bad game.
Yep.
Let's see. King Arthur and the Knights of Justice is an animated series produced by Golden Films. Créativité et développement. It's a French cartoon.
There you go.
So this is like what happens when someone in France decides to make a cartoon for America. It like has to be made for Americans because it's football.
Yep,
like I mean,
right.
All right. Anyway, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I have had a lot of fun today. I hope everybody enjoyed hearing me fucking bitch about this game. The longer I talked about it, the more upset I got. I'm really sorry if you don't. I also want to go on the record and say this is not an angry video game nerd kind of bit. This is me like legitimately being like, this game really sucks. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
If you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be and why?
I would have to give it the multicolored grayscale beard of like every 90s cartoon villain.
A patchwork beard.
Yeah, it's just like the middle of the goatee is
Jafar?
like a light gray, and then it goes a little bit darker gray, then darker gray, and then darker gray.
All right, name some 90s villains' beards, please. The only one I can come up with Jafar. Jafar's got the pointy goatee.
Let's see.
Scar kind of
had a beard.
Kind of had a beard. little main boy.
Because I want to say like I feel like I saw like a Sheriff of Nottingham, like a human Robin Hood cartoon where like the sheriff had a big beard like that.
Papa Smurf was
the villain
evil.
from Gargoyles.
He was evil.
Had
really?
that kind of beard.
Also, I said Papa Smurf.
Papa Smurf.
Yeah. The Earth Elemental. Do you remember that episode of Smurfs when Gargamel summoned an Earth Elemental and dressed it up like Papa
Summoned
Smurf?
Ogremok, the prince of elemental evil elemental prince of Earth.
Yeah, and he's like, I really want to eat these blue things. Could you do me a solid? Actually, we joke, but there's a link there because like the Smurfs are based on the Severn Evelyn, right?
Are they?
Yeah, like I mean, I believe that they are. They're based on that like folklore of the folklore of the
deep
Severn,
gnome.
right? Yeah.
Right.
That may have been a thing a guy on the internet told me, and I just believed. So
it's good.
Allegedly,
It's
that's
good.
it.
It's Tadpog canon.
Yes, yeah. No matter what, it is Tadpog canon. C'est magnifique. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
Man, I've been drinking some rum, and I feel great. If
I've been drinking some Vanilla Crown, Sprite, and apple juice.
Yeah, I'm on that Vanilla Crown tip too, but I got this like, dude, let me tell you, I love a rum and Coke. Can we take a break to talk about what I like to drink?
Yeah.
Everyone knows I like a rum and Coke. I feel like that's common knowledge.
Yep.
I also like vanilla Coke. So like this Vanilla Crown in this Coke Zero is like, daddy feels good.
Yeah.
Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
If you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would it be?
I would have to give it the thick Coke bottle glasses of every nerd or geek in a 90s Saturday morning cartoon.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Like the Wizard and Dungeons and Dragons cartoon.
You know, I have not seen any of that. Like I know Tadpog Sweetheart, Josh Nance, didn't he own like a box set or something of that?
Yep.
And like
It came with the player's handbook. We used those rules for a while.
Oh, yeah,
it's got
right,
very cool,
yeah.
like 3.5.
yeah, totally. I mean, that's a cool thing, but I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like I didn't watch it as a kid, and then it's like I don't know.
It's only
I don't wanna harp on it.
worth it now if you're really into D&D because
Right,
they do make
sure.
cool D&D references.
Yeah, cool. So maybe it's I say maybe
Like
it's worth me
Venger
checking out.
casts imprisonment on somebody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Does Ogremok show up?
I want to say there are references to like villains like that.
All right. Cool. I know Tiamat's like a thing.
Yeah,
right?
Tiamat,
Tiamat's
there you
like
go.
the big bad in that cartoon, right?
Yeah. Next to Venger. Venger's really the main enemy.
Yeah,
He's like
okay.
a half fiend.
Okay. All right. Cool. You guys got way more into the official Dungeons and Dragons lore than I ever did.
Yeah.
Because I was more about.
It always had some cool ideas that I could build on. I could bring
Yeah.
that one brick into my wall that is my
Right.
D&D Cosmere.
Yeah, because like your whole thing, like our whole thing was homebrew. Like, I mean, it was very rare that we would run like
Very rare. I've run one.
an adventure, a published adventure or module. So that's kind of why I never really focused on that kind of stuff. You know, it's like why bother to learn that stuff if we're pretty much just going to be doing homebrew stuff? And if you're pulling things from different like universes, I don't want to be familiar with those things because I don't want to like it would take me out of the game to be like, Tyler pulled that from this source. You know, I'd rather
Let me look at this source so I see what his stats are, so I know.
I never did that shit.
Yeah. Oh, I know somebody that did.
Yeah, we all know. Look, everyone who plays D&D knows somebody who does that. Like that is like seriously, if you want to connect with somebody that also plays D&D, like beyond the level of the fact that you both play D&D, ask them who in your group is the person who looks up monster stats while you're playing.
Like I still never forget cleaning up after playing like a big D&D bender, and there was like a little wadded up piece of paper shoved underneath something, and I opened it up and it said Lucian only has 100 HP. Well, Lucian was my boss of that night, so that player, while I was going to the bathroom, got in my notes, looked it up, looked up his character sheet. Yeah.
I can't remember the significance of that. Was it like one of those where it's like Finger of Death? Is that the spell? That man, I'm going way deep down a fucking rabbit hole. Power Word Kill. That's the one where if they were 100 hit points or less, you could cast Power Word Kill and kill them. Was that the significance of that? I can't remember.
I won't feel like it was too early on for that, but
anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to take us down a college D&D group.
I mean, he was a vampire anyway, so it would have been effective.
That's yeah. I mean, you got a point.
But I remember us playing the Cauldron mod, which is a very popular mod.
Yeah.
So as we were playing that, this same player would just bring up the PDF and cheat his way through. And I could tell whenever he couldn't, the rolls were public. So whenever he knew like there's a trap door here to a bunch of treasure,
I'm gonna look for something here.
And he'd roll like a
fail.
2, and then try to justify why he should look again, and just like figure out a way to do it. Roll again, like 3. Like, so he knows there's like 2,000 go worth of treasure right here, and he can't get to it. He can't say that he knows it's right here.
Well, and I mean, legitimately, the rest of us playing are like, come on. We got
nothing here, man.
Yeah,
You looked.
You looked. But I mean, like,
doesn't anyone else want to check?
Why would we look? You've looked already. There's nothing.
Looked and you failed. Yeah, nothing here. So eventually I was like, if you want to cheat, keep it to yourself. I can't stop you from doing that.
Yeah.
I'd prefer you didn't, but don't ruin it for the people who want to play genuinely.
That's one of the worst things about running a published adventure is like if your players are not just invested to the experience, then it's you're being undermined.
Yep.
Because it's like one person has the potential to ruin the game for everybody else with that stuff. Yeah. Anyway, Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I got a few questions for you.
Hell yeah.
A few more questions. Actually, probably just one. Yeah. Tyler, if you were to buy this game loose, King Arthur and the Knights of Justice for the Super Nintendo, if you were to buy this game right now loose, how much do you think you would pay for it on average according to pricecharting.com?
$57.50. Because I bet no one bought this fucking game.
Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
Actual value of King Arthur and the Knights of Justice for the Super Nintendo loose on pricecharting.com at the time of this recording is $44.21. You are not far off. You were in the neighborhood.
I went the right direction, yeah.
You were in the neighborhood. Good logic, too. Would you care to take a guess how much this game is new on average?
$500.
$239.26. So at least there's that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
At least it's not $500 new. Is it worth it? Would you pay $44.21 for this game?
Nope, not unless it's the last game in my collection to get.
Yeah. Which, let's face it, it's probably not because there are more expensive games.
Yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
That's it, I guess.
Good quiz,
right?
Anything?
No, don't have a quiz.
Well, let's take some calls then, bro.
You want to take some calls? Whoa, you haven't called me bro like since Double Dragon Neon.
Yeah. I'm going to pull Chris Black real quick. Go urinate.
All right, go for it.
Okay, now I'm better.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I did ask you to just say it. You already said it, but the recording was paused.
Oh, so better.
Just pulling the curtain back. Would you like to take some calls from some people?
Hell yeah.
All right, let's see what we got. We can't forget to randomize the next game.
Fuck yeah.
It feels weird because I don't think we've taken calls since the randomizer has appeared. A new challenger.
Now we'll see if we anger it.
Ugh. I feel like it's already
Does
angry.
the randomizer like calls or hate calls? How do we please our God?
All right, first call. This is coming in from 562.
Fucking TADPOG! Okay, this is Terrified Michelle, and I just wanted to say that as I've been listening to your episodes, I've noticed this, trend, and it's not an intentional trend because you don't know the future.
Intrentional. Uh-huh.
What's that? Intrentional?
Intrentional.
She says that we don't know the future, so she assumes neither of us are Merlin.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That might be a mistake.
Or Miss
Terrified
Cleo.
Michelle.
But
Or Miss Cleo. All right, I did the thing where I accidentally scrubbed forward in the
let's
call.
do it again.
So let's just see what happens. Let's see if I can pinpoint where we left off.
yeah.
Oh, I did the thing again. When I tried to hit play, I scrubbed it again. This is not good. This
You start over?
This Crown Royal vanilla is really good.
Fucking TADPOG! Okay, this is Terrified Michelle, and I just wanted to say that as I've been listening to your episodes, I've noticed this, trend, and it's not an intentional trend because you don't know the future, obviously. But, it's this thing where you start out, very end of 2012, very beginning of 2013, and Obama's president, and you're all happy and cute and innocent, and you don't know, okay, not innocent, but politically innocent, you don't know the horrors that await you.
Look, I just want to go on the record and say that if I sounded innocent, it's because I hadn't eaten ass yet. So what I'm saying is I'm a different man than I used to be.
Yeah. Damn right you are. You got to dress differently and have different friends.
That's right. But you and I can still be friends.
Yeah.
We're in the club together.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, I just wanted to stop and just weirdly brag about that. If everybody listening to this could please do me a solid and keep that under your hat, that'd be really cool because I do not want to piss Nikki off for publicly talking about that.
We didn't know who it was.
Fuck! Well, I'm not going to edit. I am going to edit your pee break, but I'm not going to edit that. We're just going to see what happens.
It gets into 2014, and you're joking about Donald Trump, but it's not going to happen, and it's a joke that he's going to run, because it's, vaguely out there. 2015 is, seriously out there, but you want it to be a joke. 2016, it's, down to the wire. The man is running for president. I'm only at the beginning of the year, but you're still joking about it, it's not going to happen, and I'm guys, be prepared. You can't be prepared because
she does know the future.
Oh, it's starting to get to the horrible days soon of the presidency. I'm so sorry. But you were so cute. In the beginning, you're haha, and then slowly but surely, you're oh God, this is reality. Oh God. So I thought I would share that with you because it's sad and funny. Goodbye.
Thank you, Terrified Michelle.
Thank you.
But again, I'd like to stress that the president in office has nothing to do with how less innocent I feel now. Mm-hmm. It has 100% to do with eating ass. I'd like to stress that. This is not I don't want to talk about politics here, but I will talk to you about eating ass.
The president did not strengthen your jaw.
I am going to get in trouble. I am destroying a very good thing I got going for me. So do me a favor. Look, let me put it this way. If you don't donate to Patreon, the least you could do is not mention what I just said. Also, I said if you don't donut to Patreon, we need to wrap this up.
You don't want a
soon.
donut. It's cumbersome. Ass.
If you don't want a donut to Patreon, don't mention the other donut.
Oracularly glazed.
Would you like to take another call?
Yeah.
We got a big old string from Saint Zach.
Oh, man. So good.
You ready for it? They all came in on the same day, too.
Perfect.
Pretty much.
TADPOG Nation, Saint Zach here.
He sounds good.
Yeah, he's
Just wanted
not
to call
tired.
you guys,
Damn it.
Heading back now. It was a blast recording. And Tyler, stop being down on yourself.
Yeah, dude.
If you compare yourself to other people, i.e. your co-host, then you're always going to be second fiddle or something like that.
You're never going to be as pretty as Dave, Tyler. Quit thinking about it.
You know what? You know what I love? I love it when Zach thinks he's helping.
Yeah, you're right.
It's cute. Zach, eat more ass. You're too innocent. Eat more ass.
Eat my ass, Zach. What you can do.
You, in of yourself, are the best that you can ever be.
Quit trying harder. You're done, man.
Yeah.
You've peaked. So you know what? Let it go. Let it go.
It's fine.
Just suck in that mediocrity.
It's fine. Just, live in it.
Eat that mediocrity pie like it's ass.
And I think that's great. But I just heard you guys talking about the venomous snakes in Kentucky.
Uh-huh.
And unless it's changed.
Do you remember when we talked about venomous snakes?
Maybe.
It's when a snake was crawling under my house, and I was like, hey, son, look at me do this stupid thing. I'm going to catch the snake. Don't forget, always catch a snake when you see it.
Who let the dogs out?
Oof, I'm poisoned.
From, like, invasive species. Back whenever I was growing up, we had the cottonmouth or water moccasin, copperhead, and western diamondback rattlesnake.
Welcome to this episode of TADPOG, where Zach names snakes.
He tells me that I've peaked and then names snakes.
That's got to go in the episode intro. That has to go in the episode intro. If we didn't have to title this episode King Arthur and the Knights of Justice, it should be Zach, the one where Zach tells Tyler he's peaked and then lists his snakes.
And there's a really cool connection with all three of those. They are all what's known as pit vipers.
Snakes.
Because they can detect.
They're all animals. We all share the earth with one another.
They're all Satan.
Heat with these, pits right underneath their eyes, in between their eyes and their nose. And they detect heat, kind of like we have night vision or heat vision goggles, infrared. So they see.
Zach.
All right, Steve Irwin. Come on.
Zach, come on, dude. I had zoo books, dude. Come on, man. I know all about pits.
In infrared and also can see with their eyes, but they will strike at heat signatures whenever they get afraid or upset. They're just like, oh.
Or when a dad grabs one by the tail as it's crawling under a house.
There's something warm. It's probably alive and wants to kill me, so I'm going to attack it. But anyway, yeah, there's a fun fact. I haven't heard about the coral snakes, but they're pretty nasty too. Anyway, what do you think is the worst instance of snakes in video games?
Oh.
I'm going to have to go with Resident Evil. I believe it's the first one, that huge fucking snake that you need like 6 acid grenades to even make a dent. Or you can shotgun it. I've seen a bunch of speedrunners use the shotgun. But anyway, I'm going to get back to driving. Take it easy, guys, and pay Lord bless.
Thank you, Zach. Well, I'll let second fiddle go first.
Yeah. Thank you.
What do you think? Yeah, what do you think?
Let Life's Luigi go now.
I'll allow it. Zach, also, please. I know this is an old call. This is from November, but I don't like that. I don't like that.
Well,
I don't.
Snakes. Whatever.
No, here. Let me tell you the real. Okay, look. The real reason I don't like that. It's not good. It's not good for the show because, like, what happens is it's like what it's going to turn voicemails into is essentially. Well, let me tell you why Dave's worse than Tyler. Like that's all this is going to do. We need to nip this in the bud.
No, it'll be where like they name qualities other than my looks. Because like, okay, well, Dave's just pretty. So let's just go ahead and knock that one out. Okay. We know Dave's pretty and doesn't accept love. We know that's.
I don't accept love. That is very true. That is very true. So don't even try to love me.
That's true.
How about that? Don't even. I fucking dare you to try to love me.
Or they could give me compliments like Zach did. Dude, it's fun to be a 5. It's right in the middle.
It's not a 2.
You can never get any better under any circumstances, so accept it.
Yeah, like that's when,
This is the world of the giver, and you're a janitor. That's just what happens.
wow, that's a deep cut. The Giver reference. All right.
Dave's the receiver of memory, and you're a janitor.
All right. Next Patreon episode is on the Giver.
Fuck yeah. Fucking love the giver.
I haven't read it since 5th grade. I think it was.
I read it in 7th grade and again my junior year.
Yeah. Y'all read it twice?
Same teacher, yeah.
Wow. Lazy teacher.
My favorite teacher ever.
because that teacher was lazy.
Yeah, I didn't have to read it again.
Trust me. I also love my lazy teachers.
I got to skate for like 6 weeks.
Yeah. Oh man, it's the best when it's like, oh man, in high school when it's like when someone's hungover, it's like awesome. My teacher's always hungover. This is going to be a very easy class or a hard class.
My freshman year chemistry teacher, because I signed up for AP chemistry, was very quickly overwhelmed. It's like, well, if I'm not going to get this degree, then it doesn't really matter.
I'm just going to list all the snakes I know.
I took the lowest general chemistry, and all Shake and I did was sit in the back and played Carmen Sandiego and Scrabble. Like we didn't even have to go to our desk. Just went in there and just sat down and played games the whole time. Mm-hmm. And our tests, like we could take an oral test if we wanted to. So I would just get up and just bullshit and get 100.
Nailed it.
Totally fine.
Yeah, classes like that.
I can fucking bullshit. So that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, to everybody in high school who's listening to this episode, which is probably the majority of our audience, let's face it.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Miles.
Hey, what's up? The trick to high school is make your teachers like you. Mm-hmm. Like if you get your teachers to like you, you can skate through fucking pretty much anything, unless they're a real good teacher.
Yeah.
Like there are some who are going to block you.
Or there was that one, my freshman year art teacher who like I just gave massages to.
Tell me more about this.
She was attractive, and I would give her back massages and just see how far I could push it.
Like, okay, what do you mean by push it? Like working on the ribs a little bit?
I would do the ribs, shoulders, go down, work the chest a little bit, see how far I could work like
where
the breastbone.
Wait.
I could get to the top of her boobs and she wouldn't say anything.
Oh, but at one point she did say something.
No, she never said anything.
You stopped?
I stopped.
Why'd you stop?
So I would do that.
Why'd you stop?
I would do that, and then I would play Kirby's Pinball on my Game Boy Color.
Excuse me, Miss Art Teacher. I'm not sure I want to touch your boobs, so I am going to go play Kirby's Pinball.
They're pretty small, so no thanks. So like, I just want to see if you'd let me. Clearly you would. I'm going to play some Kirby. Thank you.
All right. You just needed to know.
It's like I think I might have drawn like one thing. Really, all I did was give her back massages.
What grade did you get in there?
I got an A.
You got an A?
Yeah. Damn right.
Crime pays.
Senior year, it came about how she fucked a student. Totally makes sense.
That could have been you. If you'd have played your cards right, that could have been
he
you.
was like, I'd peaked back then too. So no. She went a different way.
Oh, okay. All right. She was less the Merlin crowd, more the football crowd. Is that what you're saying?
I'll let this kid cop a feel, but I'm not gonna like fuck him or anything.
Damn. All right. I mean, that's wrong. Let me just go on the record and say it. Let me just go on the record and say that's wrong.
You shouldn't be able to massage your art teacher for an hour every day and get an A.
You shouldn't be able to.
You shouldn't.
But if you can, I'll leave it at that. I mean,
I think she changed. She got divorced and remarried and had a different last name every year of high school. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Right. No. I hope my grimace was audible for the audience. All right. So snakes in video games. Mm-hmm. The question was the worst snake in video games?
Worst snakes.
Do you have an answer?
On just snakes that popped to mind.
Let's name all the snakes from video games we can.
Okay.
This is gonna be horrible.
Jafar in Aladdin.
Ooh.
The snakes that come off Medusa's head in Castlevania 4.
Yeah, totally. You're good at this. The snakes in Super Mario Brothers 2 in the desert levels.
Yep.
The snakes in Cubert, the little purple curly boys. Mm-hmm. That's all the snakes. The snake and snake, I guess. AKA Nibbler. That's all the snakes in video games.
Snake in Mother 3. You have like Duster has a snake he can use like a whip.
Oh, so many RPGs. Yeah. If we bring RPGs into this, we're gonna open that can of snakes. Did you ever have one of those like one of those little cans that says like peanuts on the outside?
In the house
and you open it up,
like 2 years ago.
and it's snakes.
Yeah, the girls loved it.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun for kids. I'm gonna go home.
Don't you want some peanut brittle in a Pringles can?
Right? I'm gonna go home and scare the shit out of my son. He's sleeping right now. I'll go home and wake him up. Be like, "Hey, you want some peanuts? Snakes. Good night." Daddy's home and he's drunk. Open this can.
You gonna play another one from Zach?
Yeah, let's do it. I feel like we owe it to Zach. I feel like
Give him that shovel. Let him keep digging.
yeah. All right, here we go. Here's another call from Zach. This is from the next day. God, dude, it'd be so fucking funny if he just like doesn't even say hi or anything. He just Bubba Gump style just starts listing snakes.
The more I thought about it,
Green snake, ration snake. That's all the snakes I know. That's all. I can't do any more snakes. All right, Zach, you're on. It's just silence. It is playing. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit to see if this call actually kicks in. It's just silence. I don't know if Google Voice is fucking up or what. Let me try to play his old call, right?
Okay.
We'll just tell
Yeah,
live troubleshooting. Are you
Sure.
good with that?
Love it.
All right. Previous call plays just fine.
that call's just silence. All right, skip it.
His next call, yeah, it's just silence. Maybe his microphone wasn't working.
Maybe, probably.
Did a snake
Got
bite
bit
it?
by a snake. Yeah.
Oh, we also didn't list the worst snake. We just list all the snakes
Yeah,
we
'cause
could.
I don't know which is the worst one.
Yeah.
All the snakes. They're all bad.
All of them. All right. Here's a follow-up call in the same day.
Okay.
Maybe he'll explain why that last call didn't
Or
play.
hope he builds on it. We don't know what it was. This
Oh,
makes
that
no
would be
sense.
even better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Another thing about...
TADPOG Nation. Saint Zach here.
Hey, Zach.
Yes, it's Sleepy Zach.
Yeah,
because
There's our boy.
That's my favorite Zach.
stopped at a hotel near Salina, and let me tell you, it wasn't the best. It was nice and clean
Uh-huh.
and fairly organized. And
Okay.
there was a fairly big TV, but the heater made a noise, the refrigerator made a noise, and Zach did not sleep too good. And I've still got like 6.5 hours to drive. So anyway, since I'm about to be back in the game, and Tyler just said something that made me balk at the notion, so
All right. Is he referencing the call that he made that was silence? Because I do not know what the fuck
Yeah,
he
I
is
have
talking
no
about.
idea.
He's back in the game, and you said something that made him balk?
I don't know.
Like a chicken?
I love making you bop.
Oh, I did the fucking thing where I scrubbed ahead. This is the worst. Google Voice, you suck. Also, I'm a little drunk.
Yeah.
I won't say that quietly.
I was always a KY man, and I'm wondering what the fuck you use coconut oil for.
Anal.
Come on, dude.
Hand jobs.
Coconut oil for all
Sex.
things. Because coconut oil is edible. You don't want to eat fucking KY. You don't want to eat that shit. You don't want to eat
Yeah,
Astroglide.
gross.
You don't
Yep.
want that shit.
Yep.
What you can eat, coconut oil, saliva.
Yep.
There you go. You can eat those things. And I'd rather eat coconut oil out of those two. In a pinch, I'll eat some saliva. Come on, Zach. You know these things.
Because I know there are certain things that you're not supposed to put in a hoo-ha, and, I mean, Tyler, you're a culinary guy, but I didn't know you were a medical guy, so what do you use coconut oil for? Strictly massaging? Lube?
No. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Does it taste okay?
Yeah.
Yes, it tastes wonderful.
What the fuck? I need an explanation. Please, and thank you.
Sounds like
Now, I'm
you
not gonna
peaked,
get an
Zach.
explanation on this for like 30 months. Anyway,
Yeah, call's still going.
supposed to say, "Hey, Lord bless."
Perfect.
Well, you answered that question, so Zach, get with the fuck times.
Yeah, man, coconut oil is the best. It is the best.
Yep. Does he call back anymore? We get more sleepy Zach?
We got an 18-second call.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
I know you said that as a joke, but I will pay for you to get the monster logo tattooed on your back. Any fucking size you want, dog. I'm just saying. That would be amazing. Hey, Lord bless.
All right, best
was
that
pretty
call.
good. That was
Best
pretty
that
good.
call of the night.
Yep.
Look, man, we got to do more than just pay for the tattoo. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not that desperate for a fucking tattoo where it's like I could come up with the money for a monster tattoo on my back if I really wanted a monster tattoo. That's going to be like, and I don't even want to say a Patreon stretch goal because I am very afraid that we might actually hit that. Even if it's like, you guys want a big ass fucking monster tattoo on my back? $6,000 a month. I'm really worried that somehow, like, all of a sudden people are motivated.
That's when one rich donor's like, now's my time.
Now
I want the Monster Energy tattoo so big that the outer prongs are on your arms and you have one big one going down your spine, like all the way down to your wrists on the back of your arms.
Yes, like a cotton mouth sensing my heat with his pits. He strikes. The extremely wealthy donor. All right, we got another call from Zach. Same night, 49 seconds.
All right.
I figure we're gonna take all of Zach's calls, right?
Yeah,
perfect.
TADPOG Nation, Saint Zach here. Well, you guys did it.
I know what coconut oil is used for.
4 times, so I have to give you a little piece of information that was given to me and is gonna ruin your fucking day.
I paused it. Do you want our day to be ruined?
You can try.
All right. I mean, he's already told you peaked.
That's fine. I knew that.
All right.
I know my
You said
place.
Sarah, do you remember Ducky? You know, the cute...
Yeah.
The kid died.
Yeah, we know this.
dinosaur? So you can imagine what the little girl was like who voiced Ducky.
And she like went through some really horrible
her
shit.
Dad was an alcoholic, abusive father, and he beat her to death with his bare hands.
Yep.
Hey, Lord bless.
Yeah, I knew that, Zach. Nothing surprising. I was more surprised by your snake facts.
Also, I'd like to remind everybody, if you didn't know this, there were a shitload of Milo and Otis's that just got ground up in the puppy and cat mill while making that movie. So there you go. That was for Taryn.
There you go. Yep.
Deeply upset her. All right. The last call from Zach. And then this is going to be a super long episode because after this, I have a question for you.
All right.
TADPOG Nation, Saint Zach here. Angry Saint Zach.
Oh, shit.
Jesus, you guys kind of hurt my feelings.
What?
Oh, and I'm coming for you, Adam. I'm going to be the next guy who calls a lot and people bitch about.
A lot of people say that. A lot of people say that. I'm going to...
Phil made a goal to call more.
Let's see. When does Zach call again? A month later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good, but still, that's no Adam level. All right. Continuing on, and by that I mean starting this call over.
Yeah.
But you said Micah and like Phil or somebody were the only two who've been with you since the beginning. Fuck you guys. Really?
People we didn't know before the show. That's what we meant.
You listen out of friendship, Zach.
Right.
Not stranger.
Right. You were like, I have to listen to this.
You're not the angel God made, not the human who chooses to pray to God. Come on, Zach.
You told me about it, and I tried for a solid 6 months to download this shit while I was in a combat zone and listen to it. I had to wait until I got home, and then I binged.
So what you're saying is you didn't listen from the beginning.
That's true. You weren't there.
I mean,
you weren't there. You didn't find a way.
I mean,
life finds a way, Zach.
I hate to be like that, but I mean, it's just science. Mm-hmm. It's facts.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Canada.
Listened all the way through. Fuck, was it Nuclear Strike? Yeah, I listened to that
Jungle
turd,
Strike.
and I fucking loved it because I had that game on.
I fucking love your turds.
I thought it was amazing, and I beat that son of a bitch. But anyway,
beat that amazing turd
like Ducky.
I even got your microphones that you still use.
It is true.
No.
It is true. We do still use the mics,
and that is why you are Saint Zach.
That's why you're Saint Zach, man.
Everybody remembers Saint Zach because. I mean, hell, the last episode I was on was 2014 before 2018. Now, I'm just that fly on the wall who doesn't have Facebook and doesn't interact with the fan base. So I'm just that weird guy who calls in and
Yes.
remember being slightly racist,
Yes.
asking whether it's okay to shoot people in Walmart.
Yep. You were being very
Please remember
self-aware,
me for
Zach.
being a Republican. Jesus.
Yep.
All right, I'm over it. I love you guys, and pay Lord bless.
I'm not sure what helped stating the facts. So
I admire that turn though at the end. That was quite a funny break. I got Republican friends.
Yep.
You know, I mean, like, look, out of all those things that you just said, Zach, like, you should have.
I'm not politicist. I've got Republican friends.
Come on, man. But yeah, shooting people in Walmart, I don't know if I'm for that.
To make the lines shorter, I don't know, Zach.
Yeah, I don't know. Seems a little drastic. Thanks for calling, Zach. We love you.
We all caught up on Zach?
We're caught up on Zach.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Now let's all pray and see and hope.
I forgot about the randomizer. See, that's what I was worried about. After calls, I forgot about the randomizer.
No, I'm high priest of the randomizer.
See, I'm all right. Do you want to be the prophet?
Yeah.
Too bad.
Well, you're the Metatron, and I'm the high priest.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. No, I love that. Okay, perfect. You ready?
I'm the shaft of the randomizer.
Oh, I like that.
You're the Alan Rickman Metatron.
Would you like to give me some randomizing noises, please?
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop!
The next game is 348 on the list.
348.
Which is Might and Magic 3, Isles of Terra. That
magic game.
That is a very long game, I bet. We hadn't thought about this. What do we do now?
See, just, hey, keep on keeping on. See
All right.
what we can do.
Just do our best to get this.
A test of the randomizer.
The randomizer's testing us. Can I finish I don't know, I'm guessing 50, 60-hour game?
I don't know. I've heard a lot about Might and Magic games. I've never
played one either. This is probably not the best one to start on, is my guess.
Yeah.
On the Super Nintendo? Isn't that like a PC?
Oh, I'm sure it's wonderful. I'm sure it's wonderful.
All right, yeah, you're right.
PC ports, they're so good.
Yeah, the randomizer wouldn't do that to us. I'm going to look up on howlongtobeat.com the average is on this game.
I bet Phil Hawkins just got very excited, though. I feel like he's a Might and Magic guy.
Oh, so we don't even have to play it. We can just get him on it.
Exactly.
All right, done. Phil, consider this your invitation to join us.
Yep. Even if I'm wrong and you've never played a Might and Magic game, too bad. Might
and Magic 3, or as I like to say it in, what's his name from Power Rangers? Alpha
5.
Alpha 5. Might and Magic. Aye. Isles of Terra on averages. Oh my God. Main story. 55 and a half hours.
Perfect.
So in order for me to finish this game in time for us to talk about it, I have to log more hours into it than I do at my full-time job.
Yep.
Main and extra, 70 hours. Completionist, 74 hours. I feel like if you're 70 hours in, you probably push through the next 4.
Fuck it, I'm done. Nope.
Ugh. All right. I hope it's good.
Oh, or it's not, and we don't feel the need to finish it.
Or it's not, and I can skate.
Perfect.
All right, there we go. Thanks, randomizer.
All hail the randomizer.
All hail the randomizer.
It will turn out. It will be the wise choice somehow. We know not the ways of the randomizer.
I'll drink to that.
Let's see. That's what we're doing next. Hey, you want to send us a package? Do you want to beef up our intros? You can send that to TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole and Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002. You can get on that Instagram jam, TADPOG_podcast. You want that Facebook shit? Facebook.com/Tadpog. Or the deep web, the deep shit, the deep Facebook, Tadpog Nation.
All right. On Facebook.
On Facebook.
Here's my question. Remember earlier I said I had to ask you a question?
One question.
This applies to the Tadpog Nation Facebook group. There was a post that was made not too long ago, sometime this week, on the Tadpog Nation Facebook group by Caleb Purdue. And it is this post has been the point of conversation between me and Lord Dennis for days now. For days now. We have been analyzing a video post that he made of a man All right, let me set the scene. First of all, go to Tadpog Nation. Find Tadpog Nation on Facebook, and you can see Caleb's post. It's wonderful. It's worth your fucking trip to Facebook. I'll set the scene. Still camera set up, pointing at toilet. Man enters bathroom, pulls down pants, kneels in front of toilet, ass facing the toilet, and fires a turd from his butt into the toilet. Like, he's not sitting on the toilet. He launches a turd rocket into the toilet. That GIF I watched. I have watched that GIF probably more times than I have looked at my wedding photos. The best thing about it is like me, I'm like, okay, I don't want to comment too much on this post because I don't want people to think I'm really fucking weird. So it was a fucking breath of fresh air when Dennis is like, hey man, did you see that post where that guy shot a turd rocket into the toilet? It's like, yes, thank you. Let's talk about this for days. And it's like, was it real? I don't know. How did he do it? I don't know. Why is it in Spanish? Who knows? And it's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. So I don't know. It's a mystery. I was hoping that I at least wanted to bring it up.
I just know if I tried that, it would be like when a girl tries to pee standing up. So,
yeah. I mean, look, I couldn't do it. I mean, like, how do you even do it? Did he like punch himself in the intestines? Like right before?
I mean, I think it's fake.
It's got to be fake, right? Either that or it's like, what is that? Take 5,000?
It's too long for it to be real.
Yeah.
If it were shorter.
It comes out like a can of snakes.
Yep.
Like it really does. Yep. So
I mean, they do a good job because it like clearly it's covered in something. It makes its mark whenever it hits the various parts of the toilet. So it's well done.
It's very well done. And I would like to point out, this isn't something that Terrified Michelle has said publicly. So I hope she's okay with me sharing a little bit of this private conversation that we've had with her. But there has been a point where she has used the term boy humor to describe portions of our show. I think that's what that just was. I think that was boy humor.
Yeah, maybe.
Terrified Michelle was that boy humor.
I don't know. Melissa can't stop talking about it though. That alone will make her furious with me. She's never mentioned this video before.
I was about to say, let's get she, Dennis, and I can be in text chat together, being like, fucking analyzing like this, like the fucking Kennedy assassination. Like, all right, at mark 20 seconds, you'll note that something's blurred out. Why is it blurred out? Is that the reason? Like, is the mystery solved by if we figure out why it's blurred out?
Yeah, you unblur enhance turd launcher. Oh, it's an interanal device.
Oh, man, that might be worth it if I could launch turds like that. Look, I'm not into sticking things in my butt, but if I could,
you've got a pool that's just empty. May as well. May as well just go out there and launch them.
Yeah, you might as well. I mean, look, they're coming out one way or another.
See if you can arc it up into the pool from the sliding glass window.
You play Angry Birds, essentially.
With the frogs that live in the pool.
Yeah, or pigs. You just find some pigs.
Oh, man. Hey, you want to call us like Zach did?
Yeah.
270-883-2555.
Also, really, thank you, Zach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you want shirts, Tadpog, shirts.tadpog.com.
Mm-hmm. We got those?
That's it. I guess we need like a Tad Dogs shirt, but
You want a Tad Dog shirt?
Tad Dogs might be cute.
All right. We may probably make a Tad Dog shirt.
I'll work on it.
All right.
My graphic design.
Please. Yeah, we had that deal. You're going to do the shirts from now on. Make that shirt, baby, and I will publish that motherfucker on Amazon.
It's just going to be wiener dogs with glasses and beards.
Oh, can it be a wiener dog? All right, look, I don't mean to like step on your creative freedom, but could it be like cat dog, but instead of a dog and a cat, it's just two wiener dog heads. One has glasses, the other has beard. Right. I'm doing this.
Pretty good. With Steak and Shake hats on. Selling
oh, God. It just draws itself.
Little blue and white striped shirts.
I like this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
The Tad Dog is a giant, like, got the instead of the rainbow or whatever behind, it's the umbrella, and then the Tad Dog is the hot dog stand, the device, the hot dog dispensary.
Love this.
Yeah.
Jonathan Wilson.
Hell
If you are interested,
Hell yes.
if you are interested in this commission, please contact me. We'll work on it. We'll figure out a price. You are a wonderful illustrator. I would love to see what you can do with this idea.
Fuck yeah.
If you just want, trust me, you're going to want money up front as opposed to a cut of the profits. But if you want to do it that way, that's fine too. Hit me up.
Love Jonathan Wilson.
Yeah.
What else we got, Dave?
We do have a Patreon. Hey, did you enjoy this? That happened to you. If you did, you can give us money on Patreon. We're at patreon.com/tadpog. There are a lot of cool people who have recently donated on Patreon or up their donations. It's actually been very super nice. It's been a wonderful week for Patreon. I'd like to thank Exalted Lord Mike of Purdue. Let me try that again. Exalted Lord Mike of Purdue for upping his donation, riding that penny train.
Yeah.
And he just recently released a new episode of his podcast, Digital Cartridge Podcast, where they cover Cuphead. I don't think they got Coco on, but maybe they did. I haven't listened to all of it yet. I'm about 40 minutes into it. I will finish it. And I'd want to thank Cody Phillips for upping his donation.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Cody. We appreciate it very much. I'd also like to thank his brother, Joseph Phillips, for absolutely raising his donation way more than his brother did. I feel like, I don't know for sure, because I'm not privy to this information, but I have a feeling.
So Cody is peaked, and now Joe... So Cody and I have something in common, but you and Joe Phillips, clearly.
Yeah. Because I don't know if this is a temporary bump, but it's like one of those where I saw it come through and it's like, that can't be right. Okay. All right.
He messed up.
So
that'll change tomorrow.
Joseph, thank you very, very much. You're you're creeping in on some top 5 donor territory. It's some good good shit.
Platinum member Brett Miller territory.
Some good shit. Yeah. I'd also like to thank new donor Christian Bard. Thank you, Christian. I hope you enjoy the bonus material that we've got on Patreon. And I'd like to thank Chris Murray, who just upped his donation as well. Thank you, Chris. And I would like to thank our friend Kevin Link for upping his donation significantly. He's got a new title.
Chopper. Fuck.
Yo, we can't remember it.
Can't remember it.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I need you to distract the audience.
Okay.
While I look this up. And then we need to memorize it. So here's what we're gonna do. What's the best way to memorize something? You say it 10 times.
Okay, we have to close our eyes and construct our memory palace.
Do it. Okay. Are you working on it?
All right. Well,
what's it look like? How many snakes are in that palace?
No snakes. It's a good place. It's a good place. Zach is outside shouting profanities at me with all his snakes, but I'm in my memory palace. It doesn't matter.
All right. I'm gonna try to help you. Try to help you remember. Okay.
All right.
Master. Did that help?
No.
Okay.
No.
Master.
But if Link were a Final Fantasy character, he would be Sid from Final Fantasy IV.
Okay, I could see. Yeah. Okay, I could see that.
Yeah. Because there's a picture of him with a riding helmet and goggles. It's like, dude, you look like Sid.
He needs
awesome.
Yeah. Master. Did it help that time?
Master Chopper, Master Motor. Cycle, Master Cycle.
Bear.
Master Cycle Baron.
Master Cycle Baron? How could this be?
Master Cycle Baron?
Master Cycle Baron. There it is. Which is the name of Link's motorcycle in Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart 8, I guess is the Master Cycle. Right. So that's why it's hard for me to remember, because it's like, man, look, I think it's great that Link is in Mario Kart. Okay? I want to get that. I want to put that out there. I think it's great that he's in Mario Kart. But it's still weird to me because he's not a Mario character. But I think it's great. I think it's great, but it's still weird. So it's like, whenever I think of Mario Kart, I never think of Link, and I never think of motorcycles. Because it's like motorcycles are still like a new thing to me in Mario Kart. And it's like, I never use the motorcycles.
And in your real life.
Yeah, that's true. So, let's say it 10 times, and he'll appear. Master Cycle Baron. 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 This show, you did the Hard Times article about podcasts that are just 2 hours of inside jokes now.
We crossed that.
Master Cycle Baron.
Master Cycle Baron.
Master Cycle Baron. Master Cycle Baron. Master Cycle Baron. Master Cycle Baron.
Locked in.
Kevin Link.
Tropical Capricorn. Tropical Capricorn. Tropical Capricorn. Tropical Capricorn.
That's it, and then the show's over.
All right. Our theme song concludes. I think we're dropping track from the show at TADPOG.com. Tropical Capricorn. It's fine.
That's how you want to do it?
Sure. Or how else do you want to do it?
Like Merlin. I was thinking maybe like Merlin.
Okay.
Because, Merlin.
It's Merlin. All right. So until next time.
Hold on.
Okay.
I haven't put on my robe and wizard hat yet.
Okay. There you go.
Okay.
So until next time. Tropical
Capricorn.
I'll pull these kids in here from the future and fuck that bus driver. Give me that sweet, sweet bus driver boy pussy. You fucking give it to me. You got that little hat on. Yeah, you got a driver's hat. Merlin likes that little driver's hat. I'm gonna make you wear it backwards. So I'm riding your bus. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be like, fuck yeah, something's in your futuristic exhaust pipe. Don't worry, Merlin's got the good snake to get it out.
Send help.
You know how you get a potato out of a tailpipe? A snake.
I don't know. I've been trying to analyze that video to figure out exactly how I get a potato out of a tailpipe. I feel like this should have been a bit instead of me just laughing. I should have been the boy pussy.
You always should have been the boy pussy.